Hey, good morning. We've got our safety goggles and we are going inside to show you exactly what they do to fix melasma, sunspots. We're in the hottest months of summer and we're going to help you protect your skin or get it back to what it was. That's all coming up live from Solana Beach.
Months of summer, Heather Lake helping us protect our skin.
She's live in Solana Beach with the ingredients you need to make sure are in your sunscreen. We need to pay attention to this because I still, after all these times doing this, I don't get it.
I'm going to explain all of this to you. We are working with lasers. We're going to talk about not only sun prevention, but then if you already have, a lot of us who've lived in San Diego, we already have a lot of sun damage on our skin. How to fix it. So we've got Jacqueline here, and she is a patient getting treated for melasma. But everyone's paying attention, Dr. Melanie Palm with Art of Skin, because we want to know what is the ingredient that needs to be on the back of that label when we're going to buy sunscreen at the store. The one ingredient.
Oh my gosh, zinc oxide, a good physical sunscreen blocking agent.
And if that's not in it, it's not working.
That or titanium dioxide, the ones that are the chemical sunscreens, the ones that you can't pronounce, like oxybenzone and avobenzone, they actually turn light into heat energy, whereas these physical blocking ones like zinc actually reflect the light, much safer for the skin.
Okay, so mamas, dadas, everybody who is wanting to make sure that they're protected from the sun, write those two down. Zinc oxide, and you said titanium oxide? Dioxide. Okay, those two things. We're going to talk about sunscreen a little bit more, but I want to talk about what on earth you are doing to Jacqueline, because I would think it's painful, and you say, no, what is she doing right now?
So we're actually doing a treatment called a spectra toning treatment. This is a Q-switch laser, so we normally use it for laser tattoo removal, but it can be used at really low levels to very gently over time treat melasma. The problem with melasma, which are these brown patches that are super common in women, especially San Diego, because we're getting so much sun exposure, is that it is heat responsive. So if you do things like IPL photofacials, you can actually worsen melasma. I see a lot of patients in my clinic that have been treated elsewhere that actually have pigmentation that's gotten worse.
You have to fix it.
I know. So this is one of the ways that we do it, along with good topical regimens, which we might talk about a little bit later on.
Yeah, Jacqueline's really young, so we're seeing people even in their 20s and 30s who are having horrible sun damage, and melasma is one of those things where all of a sudden you look like, and people maybe not know what melasma is. So the bright dark spots, a lot of women get it, they almost look like they have a mustache because it darkens right at the lip or on the forehead.
Absolutely. So most common areas, especially if you've taken a birth control pill, is on the upper lip. But common areas on the cheeks and on the forehead is really common. And it's a combination of usually female hormones, light exposure or UV exposure, and then heat and inflammation over time.
Now this has happened really quickly. So you kind of come in, can you leave? Are you going to be red for a few days? Because you see a lot of these patients that are getting these procedures done, and all of a sudden they can't go for like days on end. Is this something where she can go to work next?
Yeah, there's no downtime with it, and actually my treatment threshold is just minimal redness of her skin. With melasma skin, we want to handle it with kit gloves. So this is actually no downtime procedure. It actually almost performs almost like a microdermabrasion, so skin feels better. If you've got a little bit of acne, it often improves that too. Patients love it. Your makeup sits a little bit nicer and skin looks a little glowier.
Who doesn't want that? Okay, so we are going to, in the 9 o'clock hour, I know I look a little silly with these glasses on, but they are to protect your eyes. We're going to be talking a lot about the exact things to do if you've already gotten the sunburn. The sunscreens, there's a really good spray one for your kids. I've got that one to recommend, as well as 3 things you can do if you've gotten a sunburn and you want to fix it for the next day. So I've got that coming up for you in the 9 o'clock hour, you guys. You feeling good? Jacqueline?
Oh, sorry. Yes, I am.
Good. Just want to make sure. I'll send it back to you guys for now.
So from the sun, Heather Lake is in Solana Beach with preventing sunspots, fine lines, and wrinkles.
We're talking all about summer skin. So for a lot of us, we've been out in the sun in May, June, now July. And if you're loving those beach days, well, you got to make sure that you stayed cover up. So here at the Art of Skin, Dr. Melanie Palm is making sure that we're using not only the right SPF, but the right ingredients. A lot of us go to drugstores on the beach. We haven't even applied our sunscreen, and all of a sudden we come home and we're burnt. I was just at the mountains yesterday. I came home with a sunburn. What are the things that need to be in our ingredients?
So look for zinc oxide or titanium dioxide. So a mineral-based sunscreen. We actually brought a line that I think is sort of a cult following within dermatology called Elta MD. And one of the products, we'll actually put it on Jackie, our patient we were treating in the previous segment. And it's a physical sun blocker. It's got a little bit of tint, so it's great for women, but it also has a little bit of hyaluronic hyaluronic acid, so it helps keep skin moisturized. So especially if you've gotten a little too much sun and the week's passed, your skin is a little drier, it's going to keep it hydrated too.
Okay, well, go ahead and give that to Jackie. So yeah, Jackie was getting treated for melasma, which girls in their 20s and 30s are even getting these dark sunspots. You think of sunspots and aging maybe a little bit later in life. That's not happening because all of us have been in the sun for so many years in San Diego, enjoying the outdoors. That's why we live here.
No, absolutely. That's why it's the greatest city in the country. So yeah, I see 20-year-olds sometimes coming in with precancer spots or pretty significant sun damage that if we were in the Midwest or somewhere where we don't have summer all year long, you wouldn't see until your 40s or 50s. So I think it's important that we actually address things with sunscreen first, but then there's even topical products we can use to sort of reverse age changes in the skin. And then eventually sometimes we talk about procedures in office.
Right, of course. So let's talk a little bit about these products. These are the ones you're talking about. Sunscreens. This one you can put on your baby who's 6 months or older, and it's spray, which is amazing when you're trying to chase those little ones around.
Yeah, it's recommended by both the Pediatric Academy and the Academy of Dermatology that you want to use something after 6 months of age, and it should be a purely mineral-based sort of sunscreen product. Before that, you actually just want to keep kids out of the sun.
Right.
Super important, but this is great, and it's easy to apply even in hair-bearing areas, so guys actually like this product a lot too.
Okay, we've got 20 seconds to go over. If you're burned like I was when I came back from Mammoth Mountain, how do you get rid of that sunburn? What are some to treat that?
Topical steroid, an antioxidant like green tea, pop an Advil or ibuprofen that helps with inflammation. And then we brought thermal spring water, which is really mineral rich and it calms skin.
Can we see what that does really quick?
Yeah, absolutely. So it's really neat. And I love this for post-procedures with patients. It's really cooling. A lot of times the travel sort of size is fantastic for planes, keeping you hydrated.
Wonderful. Okay, and then also if you've got those dark spots coming, here you go. Vitamin C, lightening pads. There's so many different things that you can do to make sure that if you are that person in your 20s, 30s, 40s, and you've been living in San Diego, that you keep your skin looking good. I feel kind of bad that I walked in here with a tan. All right, Doctor.
We like you a lot.
Thanks, Dr. Melanie Palm. Thanks for always helping us out. For more information, go to fox5sandiego.com. Click on the Scene On tab. For now, I'll send it back to you guys in the studio.